going on, guys? This is Talking Sports with Adam and Alec, episode 6. Talking all about the NFL playoffs and a little bit about college football. Started off the bat with some big news from NFL.
Today's been a great day for Dallas Cowboys Nation. Jason Garrett has finally been fired. The news every Cowboys fan has been waiting for. Literally made my day when I saw it. I've been waiting for this to happen for years. As 9 seasons, only 2 playoff wins in that time. It was big time for a change. And
Long 9 years for y'all.
yeah, it was.
Long 9 years.
A lot of pain and heartbreak that you've never experienced.
No,
so
until last night, but
must be nice.
yeah.
Hey,
Brushed
last
off.
night is my every year.
Well, people get more excited when the Patriots lose than when their own team wins.
Because we're fed up.
Be good.
Don't cheat. That gets people on your
We're
bad
not.
side.
No,
That gets
it's
people on your
because
bad side.
we're consistently good. We are a dynasty.
I feel like the dynasty's ended.
It's not.
But anyways,
it's just
Jason Garrett is gone.
one little stumble, coming back stronger. Julian Edelman, he'll catch that ball next year, and we're fine. Brady and Belichick, hug it out, we're fine. It's happened before, we're good.
If you re-sign him.
We will.
Okay.
No worries. Even if not, Jarrett Stidham's ready.
All
Probably not, but who knows? Tua. All right, so touch on that. Other coaches. Freddie Kitchens got canned.
Pat Shermer
Patch, no.
Right.
Yeah.
for the Giants.
About that. Matt Rule's not going to Giants.
I think
Matt
he's
Rule's staying in Baylor. All you
he's staying.
New York Giants fans, if any of y'all watch that, let us know in the comments if you're from New York and a Giants fan. We want to interact.
Go Cowboys.
We're new to this stuff. But Matt Rule's staying at Baylor. Lincoln Riley's been on the board for Dallas, apparently. You out of the camera, big fella. Get back in the camera.
My fault.
No, who are some possible coaches that you want for Dallas?
As of the last couple days, Mike McCarthy, the coach who used to coach for the Packers for a long time, he interviewed with the Cowboys a couple days ago. We also had Marvin Lewis, which makes me cringe because he was an awful coach for the Bengals. But I would be okay with Mike McCarthy. I feel like he's a really solid coach, and I feel like he really helped Aaron Rodgers in his young years, starting off his career, and I feel like he could do the same for
That
Dak.
Marvin Lewis decision would be a head. That'd be basically Jason Garrett 2.0.
I would be
worse.
I would be furious.
Well, he was with Cincinnati for
way longer,
16
way
years?
longer than he should have been. Way longer.
Jeez.
I would also like, Urban Meyer. I feel like Urban Meyer could coach well.
Yeah, he wasn't on that list we looked at.
He wasn't.
The only two that were on that list were McCarty and Lincoln Riley.
It surprised me that they haven't at least given him an interview yet. But I could, yeah. But especially since they fired Garrett today, they'll be interviewing people all
Officially,
week.
yeah.
All week. So
Matt Rule's still down in Mexico. Getting his salsa dancing going. Stay down there, buddy. Don't come on to interviews.
yeah.
Please. Ron Rivera got canned from Carolina, but moved up to Washington. Landover. Right, Landover?
Yep.
Yeah, Redskins. Hail to the Redskins, as they say. Coach Barracott, shout out.
Ron Rivera in the NFC
That's-
East.
Okay, higher.
That's an upgrade from what they had.
I mean, yeah,
with
Gruden.
And then whoever their interim was.
I don't remember who it was. But now Carolina's looking. Somehow Matt Rule's name got brought into that one. I don't understand that. Another Doug Maroney was confirmed safe for Jacksonville. Matt Nagy, I'm assuming he's safe. I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I fear that's probably more of a quarterback issue.
I could
Coach.
I could see Josh McDaniels. That's
Yeah.
OC, right? I could see him taking a lot of interviews from teams.
You know what Cleveland needs is a big offensive mind.
Yeah, that is
Because
true.
you got weapons.
I feel like that could, with Baker there, that could entice Lincoln, but I don't think he would go to the Browns.
No one wants the Browns job. No. That's the hard thing. No one wants that job.
Their ownership is awful. Their team's pretty trashy.
I know I brought Matt Rule up already, but he already said no to Cleveland before. Yeah, he said no to Carolina and New York.
He didn't even give them an interview, man.
They wanted an interview, and he said no. I'm like, okay.
He rejected the interview.
Nobody wants Cleveland.
Smart man.
That's bad too because they got talent, even on the defensive side. Another fire is anyone else? I'm trying to think. Indianapolis is looking. No.
I don't think yet.
There's a rumor about it, but I don't think it's.
I don't think.
It's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, for the most part. Once the playoffs end, it'll start revving up.
So, main big news is Garrett's gone. Dallas is looking for once.
Cowboys fans are extremely happy right now.
Yeah. Need an offensive mind.
Yes.
Especially with the weapons you got. Yes. Cooper re-signed?
Not yet. We're gonna pay him. Though. Yeah.
Gallup's good.
Well, yeah, Gallup's great. We should re-sign Dak and Coop this offseason. Dak will get his big payday that he's been wanting.
Y'all got a lot of money.
Yeah. And I think we need to draft on the defensive side of the ball. I'm hoping for Kenneth Murray, maybe. With our 17th.
I think we got 17th. Linebacker?
Yeah.
I feel like you're linebacker.
We're stacked at LB.
Except Sean.
Sean Lee might be retiring.
He's getting older because you got Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith.
And Vander Esch has had a neck injury most of the year. So
yeah, he was huge last year coming out of Boise.
Yep. His rookie season was great. Yeah. But I think we have a lot of depth there, but you could always, if Sean Lee's about to retire, you would need another linebacker, and definitely our secondary, specifically safeties, because every game that we got torched this year, it was to do with our secondary.
Byron Jones coming back?
Yeah. He signed.
All right, so playoffs?
Yeah.
You're covering Houston, Tennessee.
First of all, let me just say this wild card weekend has been incredible. All 4 games have just been amazing. 2 of the 4 going into overtime, and just great games. And I'm excited for the divisional round and championship, and then the Super Bowl. I'm excited. As a football fan, it's going to be good football.
Switching, I said the New England Buffalo AFC wildcard championship. Kansas City, Baltimore now. Or who's Houston's playing Kansas City? Maybe Tennessee's gonna get ran over.
I don't know, dude.
You don't think Tennessee gonna get ran over?
Tennessee's hot. They got hot at the right time of the year.
And Baltimore's been off for a week.
Baltimore's gonna
come out sluggish. And their starter's been resting 2 weeks.
Is probably getting out sluggish. That Minnesota-San Francisco game will be great, though. They're all going to be good games, I think. All going to be good.
I'm thinking it's setting up to be Seattle versus Minnesota.
Yeah, I think Seattle will be Green Bay.
Experience in the postseason.
And then you'll have Baltimore, KC, probably.
Most likely. Unless Deshaun Watson goes full Matrix mode.
Did you see that?
Oh. He's like taking a sack, he spins around.
He got hit twice.
Yes.
And, oh my goodness.
All right, so touch on that game.
Yeah, I'll talk about this Buffalo-Houston game. It was the early game yesterday. Final score with Houston on top, 22 to Buffalo's 19, and in overtime. Can't talk. But just, it was a crazy game from the beginning. I don't know if did you see that trick play that they threw the ball to Josh Allen for a 16-yard touchdown. That was the first score of the game. Josh Allen got laid out at the end, but Buffalo jumps out to the early 16-0 lead. It was 13-0 at halftime, and then after halftime, Buffalo gets another field goal, 16-0, in the middle of the third quarter, and Houston's like, "Oh crap, here we go again. We're gonna lose in the wild card again at home again."
Yeah.
But their defense, after giving up those 16 points, really stood strong after that. And one thing I would give Houston credit that kept them in the game was when Buffalo was driving, their defense stood and held them to field goals. That's what really kept them in the game. They weren't giving up touchdowns. They only gave up that one touchdown at the very beginning. So I mean that really kept them in the game. But after Buffalo made it 16-0, the Texans finally came alive on offense. Got a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and then it kind of just went back and forth for a little bit. Houston went down and scored another field goal. Some kind of controversial things. I don't know if you saw the game, but Josh Allen had this crazy lateral play at the very end, and there was a minute left in regulation, and he should have just went down and got tackled, but he tried to pitch it back to his tight end, and the tight end had to punch it out of bounds. It was a stupid play. Anyway. Young player. But yeah, it went into overtime. Houston got the ball first. In overtime, they got stopped. Buffalo got stopped. And Houston finally went down. Deshaun Watson just made some ridiculous plays and got them in field goal range so Houston can win 22-19. But yeah, that was a great way to start off Wild Card Weekend with that 22-19 Houston win. Let's see. Trying to think of what. Josh Allen went 24 for 46 for 264 yards, and he did lose a fumble. That was another reason why Texans got back, had that fumble. And then Watson went 20 for 25 for 247 yards, a touchdown, and he also carried the ball 14 times for 55 yards and a score. Great football game. Good way to start off the playoffs.
I'm happy that J.J. Watt actually.
Oh my goodness, that man
playoffs
is tough. He after coming back after sitting out most of the year with an injury, you don't expect to play the full game. Your body, especially with an injury, your body can't take it. He played, I'd say 85 to 90% of the game, and when his team needed him the most,
he plays through injuries.
Yep, that man's a beast.
All right, so we need to talk about the New England game. Sad game. So, people watching this, I say I haven't seen the game a lot because I've been working Saturdays. Don't work on Saturdays, so I'm going to be able to see it now. So, I still know what I'm talking about, just haven't seen the game. Tennessee, New England. Me being a Patriots fan did not enjoy this at all. I picked it up in the fourth, I think, is when I got off. Beginning of the fourth. It's 14-13 at that point. Everyone expects Brady to do Brady things in the fourth and come back. Yeah, no, didn't happen. Derrick Henry is a monster.
That was ridiculous. They could not. Every time he touched the ball, he was getting 8.5, 9 yards.
And it was his birthday too.
It was his birthday.
So
that kind of
birthday boy wins all the time. We know that. But
he averaged 5.5 per carry.
Yeah, he went 34 for 182 with a TD.
34 carries.
34
carries.
carries.
They fed that man the ball. And that's how they won.
They only passed 15 times.
They do have Ryan Tannehill.
Went 8 for 15 for 72, a tutty, and an interception.
I will give him credit. He made the throws he needed to make though for them to win the game. I'll give him that.
There's no credit for
that
Ryan
one third
down.
down.
No credit for Ryan
That one third down.
The worst quarterback to ever beat New England.
What about Ryan Fitzpatrick the week before?
That's Fitzmagic, okay? I have nothing against Fitzmagic.
But
Fitzmagic is something else.
Really?
Tannehill.
Ryan Fitzmagic is the reason that the dynasty is over.
The dynasty is not over.
It's over.
It's not over.
It's over.
No, it's not. Anyway, back to this dumb game. I don't know how this looked. I knew it was cold and I guess sleeting there, raining. Couldn't really tell. But
nothing happened in the second half.
Literally
absolutely nothing. You had the pick six at the end.
I got a fourth quarter Logan Ryan 9-yard interception run, and that was off of. It was I wanted to say miscommunication.
It was just 1st and 10
from like the one.
From the one with 15 seconds left.
That freaking punter.
Yeah, that was
right inside the one. It just
Yeah, that was.
Are you kidding?
That was something else.
So the one key play was Julian Edelman's drop on second down, and the fourth is probably 8 minutes left, probably. Second and like 6, first down opportunity, and just
I absolutely loved Mike Vrabel. I think that's Titans coach name.
Vrabel.
How they did the false start.
Well, they could have done it more.
They pulled the Belichick.
Because we jumped off sides for some dumb reason. I have no idea why the man jumped off sides. You know they're not going to snap it. Why? Why are you even trying to get back there when they're not going to snap it?
Yeah.
You're coached by Belichick. You know what they're doing.
That's true.
This dude jumped off sides for some stupid reason. So, I mean, box score. We already touched Tannehill. 72 yards, Cuddy and Innie. Brady went 20 for 37, 209. That pick 6.
Not his best, but not awful. I'd say that's good enough stats.
Our leading receiver was James White, our running back. 5 for 62.
That's a problem.
What did Julian Edelman do? That's my question.
He had a rushing touchdown.
3 for 30.
He had a rushing touchdown.
So, N'Keal Harry, 2 for 21. Here's my thing. Why don't we get Brady elite targets to throw to? Jules is a slot. Give him someone big on the outside. We had Josh Gordon.
Should have kept AB.
No. No. No.
No, I know.
When we picked him up, I was excited. I'm like, it's trained.
Do you really want to deal with him?
Not anymore, no.
Exactly.
Forrest, he just wanted out of open. He's okay. And then he started doing all this random crap. It's like, you're out of here, buddy. Belichick will not deal with your stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you had Josh Gordon. Now he's out of the league because that drug issue.
Yeah. Who knows what that dude? He's been...
N'Keal Harry he's a bigger target. He's just rookie year. Give him a big-time target. We traded for Mohamed Sanu. Why? I don't know. It's not much better than what we already had.
One thing that absolutely killed you from the beginning was losing Gronk this year.
Yeah, because we had Benjamin Watson.
But Gronk was Brady's number 1 target.
Yeah. Because he could go up against a cornerback.
Absolutely unstoppable.
Or a linebacker.
Absolutely unstoppable. You could not stop Gronk.
My favorite moment was him playing Pittsburgh 2017? 2016. One of them late December games. Yeah. He just goes down the field and one-on-one matchup the entire time. He gets the same
threw to him 3 times in a row, yeah.
And he gets in his own got it.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, he just ate against that guy.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to next year. Stidham might be your turn. Who knows? There's talk about Brady going to LA. There's talk about Brady going to Indianapolis. I don't see him going to Indianapolis.
He will be a free agent, so that is the interesting thing to think. I think you probably re-sign him. But, because
he's acting weird in these interviews. It's starting to make me mad. It's like, dude, just resign. It's not that hard. Pen to paper. All right. Finish as a Patriot. We drafted you at 199. Deal with it. I'm pretty sure it's 199.
As you can tell, he's a TB fan. I'm not.
TB12.
I don't.
Greatest quarterback.
I don't support cheating.
He's not cheating.
He has. I give him. He's the GOAT. I'll give you that. But
Belichick isn't even signed yet for next year.
They'll take care of him. And
if not,
Robert
Josh
Kraft,
McDaniels.
Robert Kraft gonna be arrested for all the crap he's done.
You got any proof against him?
They're gonna find some.
You got any proof against him?
They're investigating it. We'll see.
So y'all treating Robert Kraft like Donald Trump. Allegation after allegation. Where's the proof?
We'll see.
It's probably not good for our YouTube channel. Might take some losses on views. I'm sorry. Just had to find something.
All right, my biggest takeaway from that Titans-Patriots game was the Titans' defense. That part, I'm pretty sure, was still in the first half when they stopped New England from the 1-yard line 3 straight times. Stopped them from the 1. And New England had to kick a field goal. And that was the Titans' defense was just flying around, making plays.
That's another thing. Our kicker, Nick Folk.
Oh, hey, you know who he used to play for back in the day?
Your team?
Yes, he used to be a Dallas Cowboy, and he was awful with
Well, I can't remember our other kicker. Went down.
Gostkowski.
Yes. Got hurt. Hasn't been back all year. And then this Folk guy had like appendicitis, so he missed a game or two.
Nick Folk. I have memories of him as a kid. And did not like him at all. Yeah.
I had Dan Bailey too.
Yeah, why'd we get rid of Dan Bailey? Still the question of
the hip issue.
He's kicking.
Whatever it was.
He kicking for the Vikings.
You had Mar.
He was awful.
Brett
Maher was terrible. Worst kicker in the history of the league.
All right, today's games because we were using a lot of time. You got Saints Vikings.
Yeah, I'll talk about the Saints Vikings game. I got to watch a good part of the second half. This was a really good back and forth game. The biggest surprise for me in this game was the Saints offense. They were like nowhere. Didn't even look like they suited up for the game. They started getting some things rolling at the end of the game, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to Minnesota's defense for that. Drew Brees was 26 for 33 for 208, touchdown and a pick. It's not terrible. But, Drew Brees is going to get his. But their leading rusher, the Saints' leading rusher was Taysom Hill for 4 carries for 50 yards. Alvin Kamara wasn't even the leading rusher.
You say 4 for 50?
4 for 50.
Oh, man, went off on his 4 carries.
Yeah, he did.
Jeez.
And Taysom Hill did catch a touchdown pass from Drew Brees, and he threw like a 50-yarder. I remember that.
Was that like 12 and a half a carry?
Something like that.
Feed the man.
It's not bad.
Taysom Hill can play anywhere. Tight end, wide receiver, running back,
quarterback. Oh, yeah. He's all over the field. But again, I get to talk about another overtime game. This game also went to overtime. Going into the fourth quarter, Minnesota had a 20-10 lead. So you're thinking they chew the clock a little bit, try and get out of New Orleans with a win in regulation, maybe kick a field goal or two. But the Saints defense really stepped up, and they chipped back into the game, tied it right at the end of the fourth quarter. With 2 seconds left, Lutz hit a 49-yard field goal to tie the game up at 20. Then we went to overtime. Minnesota won the toss and received and drove all the way down the field. And they threw it to Rudolph in the corner. Did you see that play?
I saw
controversy.
Stuff about the overtime needs to change. Blah, blah, blah.
And Saints fans are not happy with refs. Because people are saying he got away with the push. And in real time, it didn't look like it. But if you slow it down, it looked like
How many times has the offensive PI been called, though?
Oh, exactly. And how many times has a pass interference
the refs are going to be like, oh, that was my fault.
A pass interference has never gotten overturned.
Exactly.
But Kirk Cousins was 19 for 31, 242 yards and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook had a great day, 28 carries for 94. Well,
Kirk Cousins got hyped in that locker.
Oh, he did.
Do you like that?
28 carries, 94 yards, two touchdowns for Cook. Adam Thielen, 7 receptions for 129. He had a big day.
Hey, Adam Thielen's solid, okay?
He is.
Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen are a great 1-2 combo.
That is true. And Thielen made some clutch catches. He made one to get the Saints, get the Vikings down to like the 3-yard line, I think, in overtime. Kirk Cousins just lobbed it up, and Thielen made it like a crazy diving catch. And
I saw that on Twitter.
That was a really good catch.
You still wearing them yellow gloves?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like those yellow gloves.
And, yep, Vikings win it in the Superdome today on the road, 26-20 in overtime, eliminating the Saints. And the Saints have lost in heartbreaking fashion 3 straight years. 2 years ago, Minneapolis Miracle. Last year, losing the no PI call and then losing the game-winning field goal to the Rams, and that was the conference championship. Yeah, and then obviously this year losing in overtime as a touchdown to end overtime. Throw to Kyle Rudolph.
So I got the more boring game, I guess. Going into this, Seattle was going to win. but for some reason ESPN didn't think so. Philadelphia had a 77% chance of winning. Right away, we knew last week we were looking at Seattle, San Francisco, probably another rerun in the NFC Championship game.
That game last week was incredible.
Dude.
Ended on the half-yard line.
Dude.
Dude, if we get that rematch, that's going to be great.
So, obviously, the main storyline, Carson Wentz, concussion.
Pretty much, with that hit, definitely
destroyed.
concussion.
Didn't see the hit, but concussion. So, is it Jacob or Josh McCown? Josh McCown.
Old. He's old.
Dude, he's been
in the league for years.
He kind of looks like Pat McAfee.
He kind of does.
Got that blonde hair going to the right a little bit. Only threw, well, he didn't do bad. Didn't produce a tutty or anything. But 18 for 24, 174. Sanders had a day, 1469. Not a really day, but an average day, you know. Proficient. Philadelphia did not lead at all during this game.
And all they did was kick field goals.
Yep.
Losing Carson Wentz really killed him.
DK Metcalf. Huge.
First
game.
playoff game in his career.
Huge. 7 for 160.
7 for 160.
7 for 1. I'm not a mathematician. That sounds pretty
pretty
solid.
Good. Pretty solid.
I mean.
And the one that really clinched the game, I saw this play, like 50-yarder. It was like 3rd and 9. The Seahawks were backed up on like their own 15 or something like that. Threw like 40 yards of Metcalf. Eagles only had one timeout. There was like a minute and a half left, and that ended the game. So Metcalf is a baller.
22 yards a catch, somewhere around there.
Yep. Wilson went off.
Wilson, 18 for 30, 325. 325. I think that was our first 300 passing yard.
Yeah, that's for the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, and a tutty.
There was a blocked field goal at the beginning of the game. I did see
there?
that. The Eagles did block the Seattle's first field goal attempt.
Tyler Lockett, 4 for 62. Marshawn Lynch, how'd he do today? 6 for 7. Oh, 7 yards. Ooh. Beast mode denied.
Who was the other dude?
Homer.
Okay. That's the dude
Show
they
me
picked up
first
a
name.
couple.
Travis Homer from Miami.
I think they picked him up a couple weeks ago because everybody got hurt.
I mean, obviously they're better off with Chris Carson, but injured, so.
Right.
So that sets up Tennessee-Baltimore.
That will be
See, this could be a trap game. Tennessee, riding high.
Got all the momentum, got all the hype.
Ended the dynasty.
They did end the dynasty.
Baltimore been off a couple weeks. Their starters have been off 2 weeks. Everyone else been off 1 week. They might come out in a lull.
They could. That game is scheduled for 7:15 on Saturday. Nice.
I get to see that.
And Baltimore also opens up as a 10-point favorite. The line's at 10 right now.
Really?
Yeah. Should be a great matchup.
Did these guys play in the regular season? I'm interested to look.
That's a good question. I'm really excited for that matchup to see Tennessee's defense against this seeming to be unstoppable Baltimore offense.
You think Marquise Brown goes off? Hollywood.
We'll see.
As he's had a couple games where he's gone off. He's also had a couple games where he hasn't.
As an OU fan, I hope all you do is throw it to Marquise and Mark Andrews.
Jags, Packers, Eagles, Dolphins, Cardinals, Chiefs, Browns, Steelers. I'm not seeing.
They didn't play in the regular season.
Titans.
Nope. All right.
So this will be a first one.
That should be a good game too.
Yes. Then also on Saturday you got Vikings and 49ers. They ended up playing.
I'm pretty sure they did. So we got a couple new matchups. That game will be 3:30 on Saturday. San Francisco's a 6.5-point favorite. That's the line right now.
So who you got out of those two games? Baltimore.
I'll take Baltimore. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than everybody's thinking. I think the Ravens are going to come out slow. And
we're still talking about Baltimore, okay.
Oh,
I was kind of. I don't know who's coming out of that San Francisco game because the more I think about it, it's more like their defense is solid. Their offense is pretty solid.
Yeah.
But they don't have experience in the postseason, which hurts young teams. Which Baltimore don't have postseason experience, but they're older too.
Yeah.
Besides their QB, he's young. I mean, their defense. You got Earl Thomas back there. Part of the big Seattle defense.
Legion of Boom.
Yes.
That Titans Ravens, I think that's going to be closer than everybody thinks. I still think the Ravens win, especially being at home. That place is going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Because they know that the road to the Super Bowl goes through Baltimore this year.
I hope it snows. Give me a snow game.
That Vikings-Niners game, that'll be great. I've had this feeling for weeks. I've had this feeling for weeks that the 49ers are going to lose their divisional round game. I got this feeling. It seems like there's a team every year.
I mean, they're only 6.5 favorite.
There's a team every year that has an incredible season, gets the bye. They get to the divisional round game and lose.
Oh, yeah, because they're no momentum.
Yeah. And the Vikings are riding high after beating the Saints.
Either one of those two teams.
Everybody thought the Saints were going to win that game today.
Yeah.
And I did too, including me. I thought the Saints were going to come out of the NFC all the way. But
all right, so I got Baltimore and San Francisco.
I'll take Baltimore winning that game, and then I'm going to take Minnesota on the road again.
See, I want to go Minnesota, but it's one of those like
they are at home though. The 49ers
San Francisco is so good.
I'm taking Minnesota. I got a good feeling about that.
And then the next day is Houston and Kansas City. Which, boy,
Houston, Kansas City. It'll be in Arrowhead, 2:00 game.
Oh, they've played before.
They have. What was the score?
Houston won by 7.
Houston won by 7.
This was when
Patty was hurt.
Pat was out. No, Mahomes played.
Okay.
273, 3-1.
What week was that?
Week 6. Okay. Because they were 4-2. Both teams 4-2.
Interesting.
Sean Watson 280, 1-2. Tyreek Hill 5 for 80. The tight end David Fells, I think his name's David, 6 for 69. Oh, here's the difference. Carlos Hyde 26 for 116.
Dang.
And McCoy 8 for 44.
Wow,
that was the difference.
Yeah, that'll be a great game. Arrowhead will be rocking. That place is tough to play in, especially in the cold. Texans are used to playing indoors.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a really, really good game, tight game. It's going to come down to the defenses on both teams because the Texans' offense is pretty good with Deshaun Watson.
Really good.
Chiefs offense. Patty, Tyreek, Kelsey, and they're just stacked.
Then you got the defense for Houston.
Defense, J.J. Watt.
I like him.
He's, JJ's a baller.
A monster.
Should be a good game.
Offensive outburst, though.
Yeah, I think that'll be a shootout, definitely. And that plays in the Chiefs' favor, definitely.
Yeah.
But
I think Houston gets it done again.
You're taking Houston.
They got it done in week 6. I think they get it done again.
I'm taking.
I mean, they're riding high off that overtime win.
Yeah, that is big.
It was overtime. That was over. Now, momentum.
I'm taking Patty. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking the Chiefs in that game. I think all these games are going to be close. To be honest. I see Chiefs winning it by maybe a touchdown, maybe 3-point game or a touchdown. That's my guess.
And then Minnesota, Green Bay, or not Seattle, Green Bay. I'm going
Seattle, Green Bay.
It's
in Lambeau.
It's
in Lambeau. This is a really interesting game. They played this year.
Russell Wilson.
They haven't.
So we only got one that we can reference right now.
That should be
a little difficult.
Lambeau Field in the playoffs.
Snow.
Cold, freezing cold.
It's cold up in Seattle too.
I'm taking Green Bay in that game. I'm taking Green Bay.
So that sets up Green Bay, Minnesota for you.
That'll be Green Bay, Minnesota.
That'd set up Seattle, San Francisco for me. Oh man. And then I'd have Baltimore, Houston, and you'd have Baltimore, KC. Or did he hit Buffalo?
Yeah, Baltimore, KC.
I feel like that's too obvious though to pick Baltimore, KC. I don't like the obvious stuff. You gotta think outside the box.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with Green Bay there.
But they're the favorite.
They are.
Are they the favorite?
Yeah, they are by 4 because they're at home. I don't know, man. That game kind of tears me. That could go either way.
Yeah, I have no care in the world about playoffs right now. Team is out, so I'm just chilling.
Dynasty's over. First Super Bowl in 4 years.
You know what?
Be the Patriots.
I would say this. We don't have a free time to just discuss the Patriots dynasty because, after these playoffs, we got NBA and then MLB, which we got 8 full months of MLB.
Yep.
I'm pumped about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Missing MLB. So, maybe in August, Tom Brady, suiting up for Patriots again. Belichick on the sideline again. And maybe we draft a wide receiver other than N'Keal Harry. Denzel Mims.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I wanted Jalen Hurd, but I think he went UFA. He might have got picked. I remember what happened to Jalen Hurd. I think he went UFA.
Yeah.
To San Francisco.
I think so.
He's still there. I think he's just hurt. He hasn't played much at all.
Yeah.
He played in the preseason. He got two tutties against
Really?
y'all in the preseason. I remember watching that game. Jalen Hurd, my guy. So
Playoffs are getting interesting.
Yeah.
NFL, great wild card weekend. I'm
They're-
excited for next weekend for more great football.
They're going to change the rules to overtime. After two straight
I don't think-
years.
I think they're gonna keep it.
I mean, last year Brady did some homes and everyone's like, "Ah." This year, Kirk Cousins does it to Drew Brees.
Wow, that was crazy.
Kirk Cousins.
Dude, Saints fans have to be broken right now.
The QB that many people wanted out halfway through the year. Kirk Cousins.
He delivers.
Ah, Washington, take that. Ah.
You like that?
Cry your heart out, boys. Discuss the college football championship next week, since it's not tomorrow like I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm
I was
another
looking
week.
forward to getting updates at work tomorrow. Ooh, Clemson.
That'll-
Ooh, LSU.
That should be a great game too. We'll discuss that a lot next week in our next week. We'll have a full breakdown of that game, along with these divisional round games, which
Probably.
I'm really excited for. These divisional games for the NFL.
Yeah,
Gonna
I'm
be
ready
a
for
great
the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Where's it at? New Orleans, right?
I'm pretty
No.
sure it's Miami.
Miami. I don't know. I said New Orleans.
That's the
College.
college. Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start discussing the Thunder eventually. Because they are exceeding
lighting-
expectations.
What are they
by
like? 10-1
far.
in the last 11
Dude.
games.
Ever since December started, they've been
Thunder and against
off.
teams we shouldn't be beating.
Yeah.
Too.
It's just every night it's a close game and they always come out in a
That's-
close game.
they know-
There's
they know
one
how to-
random stat.
They know how to win games.
Yes,
I'll
Chris
give them
Paul,
that.
dude.
CP,
If we're-
SGA.
If we end up trading Chris Paul, Chris Paul has done tremendous for draft.
Oh, no doubt. No
trades.
doubt.
I mean, we're sitting 7th in the West, 20-15.
We're still in striking distance in our,
Exactly. I
our
mean,
division.
many people say, tank. We've got a solid 6-game lead over 8th, or 5.5 game lead over 8th, and we're only 8 games out of first.
That's not bad.
Which we're better off. We're 3 games out of 5th.
It's not bad.
4.5 out of 4th, 4 out of 2nd. Oh, sorry, 3.5 out of
Definitely exceeding expectations
by
by a long shot. But we'll talk a lot of Thunder when NFL's over.
yeah, after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we want to talk NASCAR. It's a
I'll
sport.
pass. I'll pass.
I mean, we might touch Daytona.
Yeah, we could. Tell
Daytona.
the winners.
Let's go down to Texas. Get a vlog going on that one. No, but OKC's 4 games out of 2nd.
Go Thunder. Keep it
4
up.
games out of 2nd. Obviously, no one's touching the Lakers. They're phenomenal. If we were in the West, we'd still be
You mean East?
East. We'd be 7th, but we would be further out of 1st. But 1 game closer to 2nd, so 3 games back to 2nd.
I'm thinking, touching Thunder for a second, I'm thinking we might have done well in trading Paul George for what's his name? Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
SGA. Gallinari.
Dude's a beast.
Gallinari won't be here in the prime SGA moments, but
SGA, that man,
we can't really tank anymore.
His stats are just crazy.
We traded to tank, and instead
we're winning.
We're probably 3 games worse than what we would have been with Russ and PG. I love Russ. I don't want to trade Russ, but
I didn't either.
I understand it. I hope him and Harden win it. I want Russ to win one. He deserves it. Then he'll come back his last year, sign a 1-year contract, go out. Rafters, statue.
Statue outside of the peak.
Sign.
The Brody. Brody way.
Which statue do you use? You use the flex after the Lakers playoff round 1. What?
He had a flex against the Spurs too.
Well, I'm the memorabilia. The more memorable one. He steals it.
Yeah.
He's foul up and he goes.
Yeah.
That's the more memorable one to me because that's
him
on
dunking. His dunks were ferocious.
He got 1 hand or 2 hand or.
Not him shooting. I will say that.
He used to be good.
Yeah.
I think he bulked up too much.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
All love for Russ. All love for Russ here, though.
Love Russ. Wish he'd come back. I take triple doubles all the time.
Yep, me too.
I love Chris Paul, though.
I do too.
His rookie year, he was up here because New Orleans got hit by a hurricane.
I went to a couple Hornets games.
Chris Paul basketball camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won their little, gotcha, where you got 2 free throw shooters switching.
Yep.
I won that, so I actually got to go up there against him and 10 other dudes.
That's cool.
And I was 7 or 8.
Oh, really?
Dude, it was nice. It's fun.
That's cool.
It's interesting. Cool. I'm like, you're tall. You're like 6 foot. I'm sitting here a solid 4.5. I don't know how tall I was, but dude,
that's funny.
Everyone's tall when you're that little.
That's true.
So now I guess we do that whole like, comment, subscribe thing.
Yes.
I don't know how this YouTube thing works.
And we'll post we'll put a link to our
Twitter,
SoundCloud, which had
the first four
episodes of our Talking Sports.
3 are strictly Big 12 championship game. Fun listens, by the way.
Yes.
Very fun listens. Long, but fun.
Give us some views, please.
Yeah, share it.
Follow
our Twitter account. Get us going, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Give us comments on your thoughts on what we could do better.
What you want us to talk about next episode.
Yep.
We'll read it. We'll even one of us will respond.
Yep, we will. And what are your thoughts on NFL, anything sports that's happening, any NFL playoff games?
Leave the dynasty out of it. We're not going to reply to those comments.
Any thoughts on playoff games, NFL, coaching changes, college football playoffs, any sport? We'd love to.
You want to talk hockey? We'll talk hockey.
Q&A, question and answers, trivia, whatever you want.
We get enough people going. We will have a live Q&A on YouTube. 1 point.
We'll answer questions and comments.
You've got 5 more months of school. Summer nights, guys.
Get
live YouTube. Hey, what's your favorite memory from the 2015 MLB season? I don't remember that far back, but let me do some research. Now, I mean, this is fun doing this. Yeah. Sorry, someone's looking through the door. What do you want? We're about to wrap it up. You just caused us distress. We're going to restart.
No.
43 minutes and we're restarting. Sorry. No, so like, comment, subscribe.
See you next week.
We'll put links down.
Next week. Talk about
Saturday or Sunday. Not sure.
Divisional playoff, NFL. Talk about, and then we'll have a full breakdown of the college football championship.
Tua Tagovailoa decides tomorrow.
Tua decides tomorrow by noon.
Or is it by noon?
By noon.
Eastern?
Yep.
By 11. Our time.
Ooh. Well, it might be Central. Because they're...
Alabama, though, Eastern.
Are they Eastern?
I think.
I'm not sure. We'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow
Central
midday.
Ends in
I think you're right.
There's no way Central goes all the way to Georgia. No. Eastern.
We'll find out.
11 o'clock, so I'll get it right before I go to work.
All right.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week on episode 7.